Vicky, I won't lie, it's the very first time I swing my leg over him. I know nothing about him. Went down to the start, didn't give me much of an impression, but in the run-in, it was a different horse. Ping the pens, he was in front for most of the way, but then I decided to sit him in. He felt like a horse that was going to lengthen, but he's actually got a nice sort of turn of foot. Still weak and probably has to sprint for a little while. Thereafter, I think they can assess where they want to go with him. I think if a more fluent pace, he'll be even a bit more effective. So, don't know what he beat here today. Don't know anything about the horse, but I know Candice, Mark, Wayne, John, everyone thinks quite a bit of him. So, I think there's some exciting times for him. As long as he doesn't get a big penalty, I don't think he should. But as I say, I think he's got a future on the other side of the coin, and it feels like there is something there.
Elder, we're back at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. How's the track?
Track's beautiful. I mean, you've got to take your hat off every time for them to turn the course around the way they do, and the little breather we gave is just phenomenal. And I think the track's running fair. Horses up there stayed on. Horses that wanted to end up coming from off the pace. So nice sort of day's racing. To jockeys, thanks again for the weekend that we had. Thanks for the weekend being in my corner. On a mission syndicate, Aaron, everyone involved, thanks so much, and thanks for Candice and Mark for having me on.
Well done, Elders. Said it all. Next up, Candice is going to chat to me. I know you often refer to those horses. The horse can either embarrass you or flatter you with your confidence.
He's not my favorite horse in the yard, Vicky, I have to say, unfortunately. But, you know, he came into our yard. He was owned by somebody else, and he wasn't paid for the sales. And so we ended up, you know, taking him over. And he needed to have a wind up done as well. So it was all a bit doom and gloom in the beginning. So we ended up having the wind up done. And as Wayne said, he and John Lamb came in as partners. It was that time when you're at a golf game and you've had too much to drink and it's phone a friend for some help. So that's how they got into the partnership, and we ended up doing the wind up. And you know, Vicky, when he came in, he couldn't breathe at all. So he's come a long way since then. In the beginning, he didn't really show a lot at home. I took him to Gallop at Durbanville, and he was hopeless in the Gallop. So that's why when he ran first time out, I thought, oh gosh, I'm not quite sure what to expect. But he surprised me very nicely, and he's come on from that run. He's been working pretty nicely at home, and I've been working with some fairly decent horses, and he manages to hold his own with them. So, you know, he's got a nice pedigree. I think he probably will get a bit more ground later on. But 2 runs, a second and a first, you can't really go, you know, get much better than that so far.
And also well done for a good start to the day. Long may it continue.
Thank you very much. Just well done to John and to Wayne and to Mark, my partners. I think we'll have a bit of fun with this horse, and a nice win today. Thank you.
Well done. Also, the celebrations will be a lot of fun with Wayne. Wayne's going to come across and chat to me. I think a lot of lunchtime agreements have come off worse than this horse.
Yeah, no, I just want to thank John and Mark for phoning me at 4 in the morning after golf and offering me a share in the horse. And we paid for John's airfare to go overseas to bring us some more luck. So everything is working to plan.
He's quite a courageous horse in that way. Even though in the beginning the odds were against him, he's just come through and made you all proud.
No, I think there's a lot to come from him, Vic.
Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's Wayne. What? Come back.
Sorry, well done to the stable.
There you go. Well done to Wayne Wheeling, one of the partners involved in number 6, Lunch Money, son of Rafif. Well done to Richmond Highlands and the balance of the connections involved. Elder Domain aboard, and just to mention that Masibuleli boy is the chap who looks after Lunch Money, so he's received the R1,000 thanks to Hollywoodbets and Cape Racing. So thank you very much to them, and well done to all the connections. A lovely start to the day at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. What is proving, or what will be a lovely day's racing. We've got MJ waiting in the wings with Grant Finikak.
Thanks, Vicky. Yeah, Grant, you rode Duke of Rock firstly, so let me ask you about the track.
Yeah, track's lovely. It's going to be a good day's racing.
No wind today, so no bias?
No, it's fair all over, and the track's really in fantastic nick.
Duke of Rock obviously had a bit of support in the market. What are your thoughts on his run?
Yeah, look, the apprentice next to me cutting my throat, but that didn't help his chances of winning, but he's definitely always won't stay long in the maidens.
Maybe a little bit shorter. What are your suggestions, Grant?
I would probably keep him over the 12. You don't want to confuse him too much by going back in trip, but he's a horse that doesn't really pull. He just maybe needs a little bit more of a chance in the running, and he'll have a nice turn of foot.
Also maybe a bit fresh after a long layoff. Could probably have also added to it.
Yeah, look, it wasn't easy for him to, you know, his first run and doing the donkey work, and plus having company around him certainly didn't make it easier. He only literally faded that last 100 or 200 meters, so it was a good run regardless.
Grant, thank you very much for your comments. It's Grant van Niekerk, rode Duke of Rock. It looks like a horse that won't take too long to win a maiden plate.